everyone, this is Elisa from Inaya's Toolbox Crochet, and I'm here to do the
Halloween spooky question tag.
Halloween spooky question tag. I'm here with Inaya.
Yo.
My son is also here, so you might hear some background noise.
Why are you calling me your son?
So, no, I'm not calling you my son. You're my daughter. Anyways, I was tagged by Anita from YOH, capital Y dot, capital O dot, H dot crochet.
Why did you feel the need to do that?
Because if you just put YOH crochet, you won't find her. You need to put the dots in. Okay, she'll be tagged down below, and Inaya's going to read me the questions, and I'm going to answer. And she'll answer some of them too. That was her sniffing, not me.
I'm crying. No.
All right, go on.
What's your favorite horror or Halloween themed song?
I don't really have a favorite. I guess
Of course
the
not.
typical one, like Monster Mash and Addams Family, I guess.
What's the name of something you wouldn't want to run into What's the name of something that you wouldn't want to run into in a dark forest or an abandoned building?
Seriously, I wouldn't want to run into anything in an abandoned building. Because it's abandoned.
A ghost.
I don't even want to run into a squirrel in an abandoned building.
I would love to run into some demons.
Oh, of
That'd be
course you would.
so cool. Bro.
All right, so my daughter's into the spookies. That's why she's doing this with me.
Yes.
Go on.
Have you ever played with a Ouija board?
No.
Good.
That is not halal.
What's your favorite horror monster or villain?
You mean like a specific monster?
Yes.
I don't know.
Of course, yeah.
I really don't. I mean, I read a lot of fantasy books, and some of them go towards the horror side, but I don't know if I have a really favorite one.
What's the creepiest thing that's ever happened while you were alone?
Okay, so technically this is a dream, but it is the creepiest thing. It still gives me goosebumps. But when I was a teenager, like at the end of my teenage years, I went to England, and I stayed with my cousin at his house, and he lived in one of those, you know, those manor houses that you see like in downtown Abbey. He lived in one of those, but they had converted them into townhouses. So he had a small section of those huge houses, and he was living in there. He bought it, and it was 3 floors. Was it 3? Maybe 3, maybe 4. But whatever, I was on the top floor. And I was staying in the guest room, and I went to sleep, and then I dreamt like I was sleeping, and I dreamt like this creepy fog it was like sentient. It was like creeping towards me, and it was like surrounding the whole room until we got to the bed. And then I woke up and there was no fog. But what really, really freaked me out was the room was the exact same room I dreamt of. So usually when I have dreams, I will dream like I'm in my house, but it would look nothing like my house. Or I would dream like I was somewhere else, but it would look nothing. In real life, there was no reality attached to what it looked like. But in this dream that I had, I was still in the exact same room I was dreaming in when I woke up, which meant it just made me feel like there was I was like feeling this fog coming through, and some part of me just wasn't completely aware of it. Like it was in my sleep. It's like in my waking self, I'm not aware of this creepy frog that is creeping towards me. And it just freaked me out so much. And it still freaks me out. That is the scariest story I have.
I have a story.
Okay.
So, she doesn't believe me on this. She thinks that there's a reasonable explanation. But one time, it's happened twice. One time I was like, it was in virtual school, so Mom was like, "Get your little butt up."
Listen, I never tell you to get up like that.
Okay, but that's what it felt like. And of course I didn't get up. I went back to sleep. But I heard this really loud breathing. It was either in my ear or in my closet, and I was just like scared. And I know my mom had left because I looked around the room. There was no one there. And another time, when like right after I went back to in-person school, I came home sick because I didn't want to be there, and you knew this. and my dad wanted to go drop off something at like the post office, and it was heavy, so Mom went to go help him. And Ethan was still in school, so I was home alone. And I was practicing playing my keyboard, which was on the floor at the time. And there was like, I had the door open because I didn't need to close it because there weren't people in the house. And I also heard breathing like around my door area. And she doesn't believe me. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And then later on in the day we went to
I just
the
say you
pool
have a
hut.
big imagination.
Yeah. Were you ever dare to spend the night in a haunted... If you ever dared to spend the night in a haunted house, would you do it?
No.
I would definitely do it.
I wouldn't.
Heck yeah.
Not me.
Are you
I dared to go to
superstitious?
the highest
No, I'm not
penetration-
superstitious.
I dared to go to the world's haunted house, Abby.
Deal. Do you ever see figures in your
Yes.
peripheral
Peripheral vision.
vision?
Yes. But I have a big imagination too, so I'm probably imagining it.
I see them all the time.
You have a big imagination.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Alright.
What is your favorite Halloween candy?
I like M&M's and Reese's.
Do you...
They don't have to be Halloween. I like them, period. But the Halloween one is the best because they're cheap at the last day. Yeah.
Do you prefer gore or thrillers?
I hate gore.
I know you do.
I really hate
I
gore.
love gore.
Thrillers. Should I go into the story?
Yes.
Okay, so when I was a teenager, I was really, really into watching. Oh, sorry. I was really, really into watching, horror movies. I was very into it.
Now she won't let me watch it because she's traumatized.
You know what? You're still 12, okay?
So?
Anyways, I was older when I was watching it. Anyways, when I was really into it. Like, I would be the one who was screaming, look behind you, and I would be screaming with the characters. My cousin once said it's scarier to watch a horror movie with me because right next to her she'd be hearing the noises. But whatever. I would be terrified while watching it, and afterwards I'd be fine. Until one day I was watching The Grudge. I watched it, enjoyed it, was terrified. I was fine afterwards.
I want to watch it.
You're not going to watch it. Then I came home and I heard the story of, okay, this is how domestic violence affected me. I heard a story about somebody I know who was abused so badly that she was in the hospital. And obviously that was hard to hear and hard to listen to and all that. And the person I was talking to had waist-length black hair. And if you have watched The Grudge, you would see that when the ghost was approaching, there would be black hair that would creep out of like the ceilings or on the floor or something. So the black hair was a big part of the movie. And when I went to sleep that night, I would keep dreaming of bloody black hair. And that was the first time a horror movie has ever affected me. Meaning after I finished watching it. And then after that, I watched The Ring. And I was scared while watching it, but not in the same way. It was more like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this kind of scare instead of the thrill I had before when I was watching something scary. And it was just sort of like, I just didn't want to be there type of scared. And it stayed with me, not as badly as The Grudge did, but it did stay with me for a little bit. And then I realized that scary movies were no longer for me. All right, next question.
That was a long one.
So thrillers, I'm not so sure about thrillers anymore either.
I want to watch some.
Okay.
That was a long one.
Okay.
Do you believe in multiple dimensions or worlds?
No, but they're fun to believe in when you want to go to Imagination Land.
Have you ever made a potion of any sort?
No.
The potion of your food.
I cook, but those aren't potions. They won't make you, I don't know. They won't make you do your homework when I want you to do them.
I always do my homework.
Okay, but not when I want you to do it.
Yeah, because I've already done it.
Okay.
Do you get
Okay,
scared?
they won't make you clean your room.
I'm not gonna do that ever.
Do
Do you get scared easily?
Yes.
Have you ever played Bloody Mary?
Yes.
I have.
Wait. No. Okay, sorry about that. I had a phone call and it somehow bumped off the recording. What were you talking about? What was the last question?
Bloody Mary.
If there was a push shed to make kids clean up their room, I would so use it.
I know you would.
Yes, I played Bloody Mary. Nothing happened.
Me too. It was
Anticlimactic. Okay, go on.
very.
Wait, have I?
Yeah.
Have I played Bloody
You have
Mary?
not.
No.
Do you believe in demons or the devil?
Yes.
Yes. When you're home alone, do you hear footsteps in your house? What if you do?
Well, yes, I hear footsteps in my house. But
Obviously.
listen, the walls between the apartments are paper thin. If I hear footsteps in the house, I'm just going to assume it's from upstairs or next door.
What if there's no one upstairs or next door?
How would I know that? I don't know go to their apartments to find out.
If you got trapped in one scary movie, which one would you choose?
I don't want to be trapped in a scary movie.
Stranger Things.
Pennywise, only because I want to see it and you won't let me.
Yeah. It's called It, not Pennywise.
It's whatever.
All right.
If I say it, you're gonna be like, what?
Okay.
If you could only wear one Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would it be?
So I don't usually dress up for Halloween,
Of course
so I don't have an answer to that.
I feel like I would get bored of the costume like really quickly.
Yeah, I think so too.
Would you ever go to a graveyard at night?
Yes.
I would.
I would too.
In a zombie apocalypse, what is your weapon of choice?
Okay, so the smartest weapon would be a shotgun or a bow and arrow, but I feel like I would just keep missing them. So if I had to have one weapon, I would do like a sword, something I could poke someone with at a relative big distance. But even then, I'm not good at sword fighting.
Katana.
I would.
No, katana's too small. I need something long, so I could stay far away from those people
Actually,
eating.
I would want like one of those rifles that are pointy.
Yeah. Okay, but would you be able to aim and actually shoot the guy?
I'm pretty good at aiming.
Okay, she's good at aiming, so she's gonna get that. But I would do something that I can stay far away from the zombie, but won't run out of bullets doing it.
Would you rather go to a Halloween party or trick or treating?
Trick or treating. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And you get to
candy.
prank people.
You get free candy.
And also all the decorations here, they go all out. They go all out. It's gorgeous, the decorations. I'm not gonna record it and show it to you because there's also a big crowd, so there's gonna be too many people for me to show you the decorations, but just trust me, they're gorgeous. Alright, go on.
Okay, if you were in a horror movie, would you be the final girl, the first to die, the
First to die.
comic relief, skeptic, smart one, or the killer?
First to die.
You still
Killer.
don't know.
Okay.
That would be the killer.
I would want to be the killer.
Of course you would.
Do you have to watch something happy after watching a horror movie so you can go to sleep?
Well, like I said, horror movies stay with me now, so I don't do it.
Pathetic.
Pathetic. What can I say?
Whilst watching scary movies, are you the person who yells at the characters?
Yes.
The person with their eyes covered the whole time, or the person who falls
Yes.
asleep?
No, I don't fall asleep.
Imagine falling asleep.
I do have my eyes covered, and I do yell at the characters.
Are you the one who gets scared or the one who does the scaring?
I'm the one who gets scared.
What's your favorite scary book?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I read so many. I read so many scary books. I love Ilona Andrews. I love Ilona Andrews. So maybe the Kate Daniels series.
How old were you when you saw your first horror movie?
I'm afraid to say this in front of you.
You friggin' should be!
Okay, so here's the thing. If you're Asian or any if you're Asian, you will understand that the parties are big. Like everybody's invited. It's not just the parents, it's not just the kids. If there's a birthday party, everybody in the family is invited. And if it stays late, it stays late. So when I was a kid, most of the people that we would be around, the community, they're restaurant owners. So they all each had their restaurant and they would work until late night when the restaurants would close, and then they would come. So while mom and the kids were already in the party, they would come around 11:30 to join the party. So the party would end like probably like 1ish. They wouldn't stay for too long. At this particular day, the dads were watching something. I don't know if it was the news. I don't know if it was a sports game. I have no idea what they were watching. But they were watching something. And after it finished, they lost interest. And they were talking to each other, but nobody bothered to turn off the TV. And what was showing after whatever it is they were watching was The Lost Boys.
Okay, how old were you?
I was about 8.
And you should let me watch horror movies at 12.
But let me finish the story, okay?
Turn 13.
Let me finish the story.
You should let me watch horror movies.
Let me finish the story. So, my cousin and I, we saw the TV was on, and we went over and sat down in front of it. Javine, okay? We went and sat down in front of the TV, and we watched a bit of The Lost Boys. And then something, I don't remember what, but I remember it was a scary face. Like, you know how there's a lot of jump scares in the movie? There was a jump scare, and we both screamed. And then our parents turned around and saw what we were watching and turned it off.
Well, you should let me watch
No, I wasn't let. I snuck it. You're not sneaking it. I let you watch Stranger Things.
But
You watch Stranger Things.
yes, that's Stranger Things. It's not that scary. Yeah, you screamed at a girl coming out of a bathtub. Did you not?
Yeah, but I thought she was going to turn into mush.
But she didn't.
Okay, let's go on to the next question. I told you I was a screamer. I never hid it.
Okay, be quiet. What was your first Halloween costume?
I don't remember.
Cool. What are you gonna be for Halloween this year?
I don't usually dress up.
You are pathetic. If you had a spooky
Harry
Halloween,
Potter got out here.
if you had a spooky Halloween pet, like a black cat or an owl or a bat or a rat or a wolf,
Listen,
what would
I
you
live in New York City. There is no way I would ever have a rat as a pet. Those are things I run away from. Like, if I were to go to a haunted house and a rat came along, I won't be like, oh, it was just a rat. No, I would still be leaving the house. Okay? Not a rat. I would say probably a black cat, but that's never really going to happen because I'm allergic to
You're allergic to everything.
I'm allergic to everything. All right,
I
go
would
on.
probably also want a
Except
black
for turtles.
cat. Okay, be quiet. I would probably also want a black cat because they're cool.
Yeah.
What was your favorite type of paranormal or supernatural creature? Like werewolves?
Okay,
Vampires.
so I like witches and mages and wizards. I'm okay with werewolves. With vampires, I read a lot of fantasy, okay? I really do. So there's always vampires in it. I just can't get over... I guess it's not cannibalistic because they're dead already, but the cannibalistic nature of vampires where they drink people's blood.
I think it's cool.
I think it's gross.
Of course you do.
And I have read plenty of books with vampires, starring vampires, having vampires as the opposite. I used to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And there's lots and lots of vampires that I have read that I sympathize with, but I just can't get over the sucking of the blood. So not vampires, but werewolves, mages, witches, fairies, pretty much everything. I like it all.
Of course you do. There's no more, so...
Okay, so that's my 31 question tag. I will post it down in the description, all questions. I'm not going to tag anyone because I'm pretty sure everybody's already done this. But if you want to join in, please do. You can join in the comments. If you want to make a video, tag me in the video so I can watch it. I am tagging all of you to come and do this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And, oh, by the way, Inaya does have a channel. And yes, she named it Inaya's Toy Box. I already had a business named Inaya's Toy Box. Instagram,
but you also
Facebook,
already had a child
Etsy.
named Inaya.
Because it was named after you, the business. And Ravelry. And yet when she chooses a channel, which has nothing to do with toys, by the way. Video games, drawing, random things she sees in the world. She names it Inaya's Toy Box. There is no toys in that show. In that channel.
There's a couple.
There's a couple of toys in that channel. Whatever. She named it Inaya's Toy Box. But if you want to go check her out, I will link her down below so you can check out her videos. You don't want me to link you down below?
Go ahead. But, okay.
Okay. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to hear more from me, please subscribe. Bye.